there's a few arguments I think going on with the tent making over there. But it was an adrenaline rush day today. So after yesterday we had, oh my god, it was like Hippo Alley. It was insane. There were so many hippos. One, we had to come off the river, so we came off the river. We were trying to find somewhere to camp, and there was a family of hippos, including like one really small baby, so we knew that they were going to be pretty protective of the bub. So we came off the river, and we were sort of waiting and watching, and they weren't. We were hoping that they were going to get off the river and go and start grazing, but they didn't. But then, that's what Peter said, right, there's two of them have started fucking. We've got a window of opportunity. Mum's not facing upriver. So Koa and Peter went and just gently sort of floated the raft past, and then we got in, and then we sort of like skedaddled across the river, not that far away, and set up camp and managed to set it up in a, I think it must have been a cow pen, and then we just put some ropes across the front to stop the hippos coming in if they were grazing in the night, which they were. So then today I got up and we're on the river, and we hit clearly what was going to be a huge rapid. So we took ages to do a portage because on one side there was some construction, and the guys went and asked could we come through, and they said no, get lost. Although they did end up changing their mind. I've got my theories on why that was anyway. But we'd already found another way across, so it was a long portage. Luckily we exchanged some Ugandan shillings for some labour, some help with getting across. Because it was big rapids, like there's no way we could have gone through. Anyway, then we came to another one, and it looked like it was equally as big. So you had three channels, right, middle, left. Unfortunately, we'd sort of gone too far down to actually be able to portage. Middle, and so Koa went and checked it out, middle and right were grade 6 carnage. The left one, you couldn't actually see around the corner. Like up to the corner looked fine, but we were looking at it anyway as we were trying to work out what to do. Fucking hippo pops up in front of us, which you don't normally get in the rapids, right? So we're like, shit. So then we have to move into a different eddy. And then we're like, okay, we've just got to chance it. We've got to go around to the left and hope that around the corner is okay. So Ko went ahead, all fine, sort of going through there, and we get around the corner, and there's this massive drop, and just water, like a ton of water going over it. So we desperately tried to get into this little eddy. And so Peter's on the oars going backwards. I'm trying to paddle. Koa's shouting at us, paddle, paddle. And we could just feel we're just getting sucked over this waterfall. And then Koa turns around and just screams, Sarah, get down. So like jumped down into the raft, just got down, and we went straight over this fall. It felt like the raft was coming over my head, and I thought we've got to flip. Amazingly, we didn't. Popped up, and went under, popped up. Then I could see Peter in the water, so I'm like, do we get a throwback to him? Paolo said, no, keep down, just as I was about to get garroted by a branch. So it was like then just floating down. Peter's in the water, and we managed to grab him out, and from there it was okay. Oh my God, we were just on this sort of adrenaline high afterwards. And then there was like another drop, and then there were a few more reasonable rapids, but nothing too crazy. But it was just a cold, wet day. Like it'd been pissing down with rain half the day. So we actually set up camp quite early tonight, which was just nice. It's nice because every evening, like last night, we were setting up camp in the ducks. We had to wait for so long to like deal with the whole hippo situation. And this is the first time we sort of got off the river with 2 hours of daylight. So we've set up a fire and just enjoyed just a slightly more relaxed evening and setting up camp. But the the guys locally, the local fishermen, have just told us, oh yeah, this is a watering hole for the elephants. So tonight we're probably going to get trampled by fucking elephants. Seriously, never stops this trip. Anyway, still smiling, having fun.